Hey, my tribe. This is Queen Amita Black Love coming at you with an update on the Breonna Taylor case. I'm going to run a timeline of the events involved in this case. And so we just want to go back to March, to the month that this young lady, this 26-year-old lady, was murdered in her home. The Louisville police kicked in her front door, serving what's called a no-knock warrant to apprehend her ex-boyfriend, who, by the way, was already in custody. There was no immediate discipline handed out to these officers. There were 3 of them involved, and it was the month of June before they actually even fired one of these officers, and they fired him based on blindly firing a gun into an occupied dwelling. It was said that he shot off at least 10 rounds, killing Breonna Taylor. The case gained momentum, got more attention with the senseless killing of George Floyd. We all know about that. It sparked protests all around the country, and also sparked a investigation by the FBI. This was all in the month of May. And then in the month of July, because people felt like nothing was being done, so there was a group of protesters who actually went on the front lawn of the DA there in Kentucky, in Louisville. His name is Daniel Cameron, I think is his name. They actually marched on his front lawn. There were 87 people arrested, charged with criminal trespass. So in the month of August, the same DA decided he would sit down and have a discussion with the family. Not sure what came out of that, don't really know, but he did at least sit down with the family in that month, in the month of August, after the protests on his lawn, and talk with Breonna Taylor's family. In the month of September, the current police chief, retired. So we had Yvette Gentry, is a black woman, actually is the interim right now. She came into the position bold, saying she's going to change things, and I think they mentioned, she said something about a new day is coming, and that is our hope. That is the hope for all of us. On September 7th, the family, Breonna Taylor's family, was rewarded a $12 million settlement without the admission of wrongdoing by the Louisville police department. And I don't know what that means. I don't know if that means they can't do a civil suit. Maybe somebody knows. Put it in the comments. And that leads us up to today's happenings with this event. On September 23rd, one of the 3 officers was indicted, 3 counts of what they're calling wanton endangerment, where he can serve up to 5 years on each count. Could serve, not saying that he will serve, and they've set the bail at $15,000, so I'm pretty sure at this time he's probably already out. And those charges were for him firing into her neighbor's apartment, not actually even for firing into Breonna's apartment. And the other 2 officers, no charges whatsoever. So to date, nobody's really still been held accountable for this young lady's murder. So if we want to go back over what has actually happened, as cause for this murder, they've given the family $12 million. They passed this Breonna's law, where the police can't use no-knock search warrants anymore, and then they charged this one officer with meager charges. Because of this, of course, protests have sparked again all over the country. In Louisville, there was 2 officers shot. The guy has been arrested. The suspect is arrested, already in custody. 26-year-old guy by the name of Lorenzo Johnson. He faces multiple charges at this point. And to date, there are still, protests all around the country. Nashville, Tennessee, here in Georgia. They were actually tear gassed in Georgia. And in Portland, Oregon, they've called their protests, they're saying they're now calling those riots. So of course, this was expected. So Louisville had already prepared for it. They're right now currently on a curfew. They've got a curfew set from 9 p.m. to 6:30 a.m. Because of this judgment, or this sentence that was handed down. And now in the country, guys, this civil unrest and police brutality, protests, it's all become the norm. We can't afford to sit back and not be involved. Each one of us have a part to play. Say her name, Breonna Taylor, R.I.P. Queen. As always, thank you for joining me. Hit like, subscribe if you like the content. Like my channel, share my channel, and we'll bring you more updates on things that are major in our culture. So again, this has been Queen Amina Black Love. Much love and peace to you all. Good night.